Debbie with Secondhand Treasures. Welcome to my channel here on YouTube. I am a new YouTuber, so this is my second live on YouTube. I have been downloading my Facebook videos, but I have more to download. This is a collaboration with Leah with Make All Things With Me. It is there's a playlist where you can go and watch those that created before me, and I believe there's one after me. So the playlist is under Leah with Make All Things With Me. So welcome, thank you for being here. And if you do join, I would love for you to put a comment to let me know that you were here, float some hearts, whatever. So I may see your comments, I may not, because I'm new to this and I'm not sure if I did all of the things I needed to do in order to see them. So welcome. So tonight we are going to make, we're going to take some Dollar Tree. I was looking for them. Did I already lose them? We're going to take these Dollar Tree utensils and we're going to make them primitive. But prior to making them primitive, I'm going to show you how I created with them previously. So welcome to the live chat. I believe that I am live. Oh yeah, there's Leah. Leah said hi. So let me show you what I've already done with these previously. And I think it will just get your mind going and you could do something totally different than what I've done. The first idea, I did these a while back. And I'm saving them for like my neighbors, a hostess, someone that invites me to dinner, and I can just bring it to them for like a hostess gift. I have two left. This is one pair. I just have them tied up because I haven't, totally decorated them for the gift. But all I did was take fabric and put some, what do you call it? When you go live, you have live brain. Some Mod Podge, but the, I'm trying to think of the name of the Mod Podge. Hello, Mayor. Hello, everybody. You used to get beat with that wooden spoon. I got beat with a switch when I was a child. A switch or a belt. The dishwasher safe Mod Podge. That's what I used on them. And that way when you give them as a gift and they stick them in the dishwasher, they're not going to ruin right away. I'll show you the other one that I did. I did a bunch of them, and I've already gifted out a few, but these are the two that I have left. I noticed my lighting is a little dark. I apologize for that. I guess I'm going to have to get out my other light. I have two lights overhead, and then my ring light to the left, but I guess I need another one. So that is one idea that you can do. Just pick out some fabric and just Mod Podge it with the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. Hello, all of you. I'm not sure of your names, but thank you for being here. Let's put that over there. So the other idea that I did, I actually painted them. And then I put a rusty star that I got off of Amazon on them. And I smashed a can and put this rice paper label on it. The label I probably got off of Etsy. I can't remember. It could have been a napkin. I really don't remember. I did it a while back. And anyway, here's another idea. I just put a label on it, smashed it. It's a rusty can that I've been rusting out, and put the label on it and just painted them black. So you could do this the same way, but paint them another color, put like other type of things on them besides rusty stars, and just make it look totally different. So I thought I would share those two ideas with you. Hello, Sheila. Hey, Judy. That one I have hung in my kitchen right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to grunge these up. I thought I had 2 pairs left, but I only had 1. So they're still going to kind of be wet, but I think it'll be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my pan, and we're going to do it together. This is just a baking pan. I'm looking for my gloves. Here they are. Well, I boiled some water, and then I put about a cup of instant coffee in it. I'm going to use this to maybe dye some fabric tonight. I always like to use it for more than one thing. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump a little bit more, not more, but dump some cinnamon in it. I'm not measuring anything, just to make it smell good. I make homemade vanilla, so that's why it looks like this, because I gave away my original container. I gifted it out. I need to get some more. And I just poured a little bit in there just to give it some smell. I forgot this is cooled off. I boiled it about an hour ago. I didn't think about it not dissolving the cinnamon, but it should. Welcome. I see there's a couple of people hopping on. Thank you for being here. I'm Debbie, and I am new to YouTube. I've had a page, and I've been downloading my Facebook videos. But this is my second live, so I'm new to this part of it. And I'm still learning how to do things. I like to do primitive crafts, but really, I do a little bit of everything. You really don't know what I'll do. It's not usually the same old, same old. So how is everybody tonight? Good, I hope. I am making some bowl fillers, centerpiece fillers, or a hostess gift. I'm taking dollar store utensils, and we're going to make them, we're going to decorate them primitive style. But right now, I'm just trying to get the cinnamon to dissolve in this coffee water. This is instant coffee, but you could probably use regular coffee, and it would be okay. If you want to tell me your name, that would be helpful too. If you missed the beginning, I gave you a couple of other ideas that you could do with them. that I've done in the past, so you could go back and watch the replay. Leah Would Make All Things With Me is the host of this playlist. There were creators on prior to me, and I believe there's one more. So just go to the playlist, Would Make All Things With Me. I was unable to get the playlist on my channel, but Leah may have been able to stick it in there. I'm not sure. She may be able to put it in the comments. I'm Lori. Well, hello, Lori. Oh, yes, you are Lori. I was looking at two others that I wasn't sure who they were. Thanks for being here. I should have put the cinnamon in there when it was hot. It probably won't even matter. So let's put it back over here. We're just going to pour it in. I'm not sure how much I'll need. Oh, that's enough. So we're just going to let that sit for a second. These are the dollar store, and I hope they'll soak it up. If they don't, we'll have to grunge it by hand. I've never done this before. I've decorated them, but I've not tried to grunge them. So it looks like they're turning a little bit. There is a grunge mix that you can make and paint on it. I believe I have it in one of my little containers. I believe it's a cup of instant coffee. Let me think. It's vanilla and cinnamon, instant coffee. And it seems like I'm missing an ingredient. I will put the recipe in the comments afterwards. And you want to get it hot and then store it in the refrigerator if you don't use it all. I can't really tell if it's getting darker, but let's let it sit there. And in the meantime, we can make a tag to go on it, and we'll just let it sit for a few more minutes. Oh, lost my balance there. Thank you, Sheila. 1 cup hot water, a half a cup, and that's what it was, the hot water, and 2 tablespoons of vanilla and cinnamon. Thank you, Sheila. I just couldn't think. I haven't mixed it up in so long, I forgot. Now, what I do when it comes to making tags, I save my clothing tags. This came off of something. Oh, a pair of scissors. And it's just a piece of paper. So you can either, if you have a punch, you can punch it. Now this piece isn't quite as wide as the punch, but that's okay because it's long enough. So I'm just going to punch it anyway because it's long enough. And then I'll show you how I do it when I use the other type tags. I always like to do it upside down so I can see. I don't like those. I usually take those off. And so now we have a tag. The other way that I do it, here's a real hard one that I got that I love. You know it by heart. That's funny. I don't. So I just take whatever paper I want to use You can glue it ever how you want. I'm just going to glue it with this stick glue, school glue. Just like that. And then I'm going to cut it out. Did everybody have a good day today? I did. I got to see Isla Kate and Grady, of course, because they live right here with us on the same property. You could use a paper cutter to get this straighter. I just got these scissors and I'm loving them. So now you just cover it up. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. The stick glue doesn't bubble up like if you use liquid glue. So that's why I like to use it. You know what? Let me do this corner. Then I got one straight corner. These are the Tim Holtz titanium scissors. If you have a paper punch, like a round punch, you could punch the corners to make them rounded if you wanted to. If you had scallop scissors, you can make them scalloped. I forgot to tell everyone I was going live in my broadcast channel. But when I remembered, I was already set up and I did not want to have to do it again because I had already done it once beforehand. I was trying to put the link to the playlist on it and it wasn't working. And so I clicked on it to see what it really was and it took me off. So I had to write it again. Now this might be too thick to punch. Let me see if I have a punch. We'll try it. This is a little punch. Oh, it worked. So that's all you got to do. And then you have another tag. And it's thick. It's a lot thicker than this tag. So we're going to use this one because it's a little shorter. I'm going to put gather on it. What did I just do with that? I need to put this. Put one on here. These are clippable stamps that you can get at Michael's. If you don't have any, I would recommend that you get some. I have more than one set. They come uppercase and lowercase, and they also come with blanks. So you can put two words together. I'm going to write gather. So G-A-T-H-E-R. There's the H. G, I need an A. Let me find an A. So what did everybody do today? Oh, thank you, Sheila. I cleaned my floor. I cleaned our concrete. I cleaned the love bugs off my car. If you haven't experienced love bugs, you are not missing anything. We have love bugs here at certain time of the year, and I think they're almost done with. They don't stay long, but boy, are they a nuisance. They stick to your car, and then you can hardly get them off. When they stick to your car, it's because you're driving down the road and they hit your car and they die. They're little tiny black bugs, two bugs that are stuck together. Now I'm looking for E. Here it is. You can do these vertical or horizontal. I think you can get these on michaels.com too. They do have some on Amazon, but they're not this brand. So I'm not sure how good they are. You need these stamps. Yes, Lori, you do. Okay, I'm going to try using the Distressed Oxide. It's a dark brown. I'm going to offload it. All my inks are getting pretty dry, so that wasn't very dark. Oh, you know what I was going to do before that? I was actually going to stencil. I love these Tim Holtz stencils. There's two to it. I have an old pair that is wore out. And I got this pair, which I hope there's two in here. It looks like there's only one. There is only one, so maybe they only give you one now instead of two. In the old days, oh, this is the other new one. So yeah, you get either this one, I like them both. I thought in the old days they gave you both in one package, but maybe not. These are my old ones. They're getting really wore out. So I thought it would be fun to kind of, I probably should do the word first so I know where to stencil at. If it's going to be like that, I could do it like that, or I could do it like that. Which way do I want to do it? I don't know. This way or this way. How about if I just do it like this? You get the idea anyway. I'm not going to use paint. I'm just going to use this ink with a Essential Stencils brush, and that should be good enough. See, just something to make it look a little better. Add a little more character to it. You can go back and watch the playlist at any time. I hate the light. I've got to fix that for nighttime. During the day, it's not a big deal. So yeah, that'll just kind of give it some more character to it. I like this one and the polka dots. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them online, Amazon. Where'd my lid? Thank y'all for hanging in there with me. If you just hopped on, I do have other ideas to do with these that I showed you at the beginning. You can go back and check it out. They're not primitive ideas. Well, one of them is and one of them isn't. And if I have time, I'll show them to you again at the end. Okay, so there's that. Now let's go back to these. They're as brown as they're gonna get, right? There's a button you can use to brighten your screen. Which button? Which button is it? I see a microphone. Does that make me louder? I don't see a button that would do that. But that's good to know. I've got so much to learn, and I want to thank Leah with Make All Things With Me for doing this collaboration, this playlist, and for teaching us about YouTube. I've got a towel and I've got paper towels right here. Do this when it's hot. Click screen, then go to right side, scroll to bottom. It looks like a star. Click screen. Okay. I didn't know you could do that. They got a little browner. If you're new to me, I'm going to try to do a live every week on YouTube. I'm not sure what day yet. My last one was on Friday. Click screen, then go to the right. Click screen. Okay, I clicked the screen. And it looks like a star. I see a sun, but I don't see a star. I touch the screen, and then there's a side. To the side, I can see all those little icons, is what I call them. Lighting on. Oh, mine looks like a sun instead of a star. So that might be better. Thanks for sharing that with me. You know, this doesn't even feel wet. I don't even know if it soaked it up. It doesn't feel wet at all. It doesn't feel wet at all. If it was hot, it would have soaked it up. So I don't have another one to compare it to see if it actually even soaked it up. So let's grunge it up a little bit. We'll just go ahead and use the ground espresso again. Ooh, this is dark. Darker than I expected. Let me kind of do that to it. Want to get that part. Yeah, we should have just done this. Forget all that coffee business. If you've watched me at any length of time, you know that I use these ink pads for just about anything I can, so I don't have to paint. It's so much faster, and then I don't have to paint. Sun, yes, it looks like a sun. Thank you for that tip. I love learning. And I love watching the other creators. I wish I had more time to do it. All of my grandbabies live right by me. So today, Brian was here. He wanted me to take him to, you know where, McDonald's, so I did. Okay, that should be good. Thank you, everybody, for your help. I do have other lights, but I've never had room to put them. So I could put the other light in the corner now that I'm in here. So now all I'm going to do is we got to make it look pretty, right? So I got out this fall fabric because I probably won't use them until fall. I could have used this to make it look more primitive, but I'm going to use that pretty fall fabric because not all of the people I know do not have a primitive looking home. I'm the only person that does. So I want to determine how big I want it. So probably about there. And I'm just going to rip it. You could cut it, like if you're doing it fancy, you could cut it with the pinking shears. These, I think that's what I did to the one pair. And make them fancy looking. Or you can just do it this way. So I'm just going to wrap it. I'm going to hot glue it. I'm not going to use regular glue. That way they can unwrap it. In fact, I'm not even going to hot glue it because I want them to unwrap it. So that's probably about all that I'll need. If you're good at folding stuff, you can make this fancy too. I could add distressed ink to these or the fabric. Boy, this fabric's got lots of thread. I thought it was going to rain today, but it didn't. The last 2 days, it looked like it was going to, and it didn't. But it poured over the weekend for about an hour, and it was like hurricane winds. It was terrible, and we got 4.5 inches of rain. We needed it because we are super dry. So I was glad that it hasn't rained since then. So now when it rains, it can soak it up right. So I'm no fancy person to put this on here. So I'm just going to wrap it. You could actually give the hostess to dinner or something like that, just one if you wanted to. Now you could tuck this in if you wanted to, but I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to, where is it? I'm thinking I wanted to put them together, but I want to also keep this where it's not going to come undone. And I want some, I'm going to use some raffia too. So that might be enough. If you like that in the front, you could fold it where that's in the front. And you could add some fabric too. Let's do that. I got out some cheesecloth. So let's add some of that too. I got this long piece. Tomorrow is Wednesday already. So remember, this is a collab, and there is a playlist where you can go and watch everyone on replay. I'm not sure how many there is of us. 6 or 7, I think. I don't know if this would look good with that. Do you think those two look good together? I'm thinking that I kind of like color. This would look okay though. So I could leave it like that. I think I will, because I want to put them together sort of, and then put the tag on them. So let's just do that. Because I want to give them to them together. Now, does that remind you of fall? It does me. Reminds me of Thanksgiving. Okay, so what did I do with the other sheet? Was this the leftover? I'm thinking it is. Did I throw it by the wayside? Maybe it is the right one. Thank you, everybody, for being here on my second live. This one barely gets around there on the back side. So let's do this one too. A little bit of raffia. I'm looking forward to growing my channel here on YouTube. I've got a long ways to go, but I will get there. Have any of you done this before? You could paint these any color you want, or you could wrap them with fabric and dishwasher safe Mod Podge so that you could put it in the dishwasher if you wanted to. I did 2 or 3 coats of that dishwasher safe Mod Podge. I let it dry, and you want to allow time for it to cure. If you're giving it for like Christmas gifts or any kind of gift, you want to give it cure time because you don't want it not to be cured and they stick it in the dishwasher and it falls apart. I will show them to you again before I get off. If you hopped on late and are wondering what I'm talking about. Okay, so now let's put them both together. I don't know what other word I could put. My word's kind of a little off. I could do gather with friends, but it probably wouldn't fit. Gather with friends. Yeah, it probably wouldn't fit. I don't think I have a brown marker. I have markers over here, but I don't think I have brown. I could kind of, if I had like a star or some kind of, that's what I'll do after. I'll find another little tiny stamp like a star or something or a heart and put under that right there so it looks better. So it looks filled up. So now I'm going to put them together, but let's use thicker. I'm going to use some of this greenery, and we'll use some thicker jute too. And that'll be a cute little hostess gift, neighbor gift for Thanksgiving. And you could do these ahead of time. Start now, because believe me, Christmas is here before you know it, and so is Thanksgiving. You can make these as Christmas gifts or Thanksgiving gifts, especially if somebody invites you over to their Thanksgiving get-together. That would be a nice little get-together gift and not cost you hardly anything. So I'm leaving it a little loose so I can add some greenery. They won't really see the how you decorated them on the inside by doing this like this, but it'll be a nice surprise when they do open it. You could put lavender here. You could put baby's breath. What is that other stuff? In fact, Lori was using it. Not Lori, Leah was using it just a few minutes ago on her live. You could put whatever you want, depending on how you decorate them. And then you can wrap them up in tissue paper and give them to anyone for a gift. Now see how these have holes in them? I could actually tie that together where the hole is to keep them where I want them. This might be long enough. We always have Thanksgiving with my daughters, actually not with all my daughters. My one daughter goes and spends Thanksgiving with her kids, her ex-husband's family, with her kids, and then we go have Thanksgiving with my middle daughter at her house, and my youngest daughter, she goes to her in-laws' for Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving, we don't spend it together as a family. We're all a little separated. We started doing that after I stopped cooking for the whole family. And our family grew to, you know, husbands and that sort of stuff. So I tied the bottoms so they'll stay together. Anybody have any comments, any questions? Sweet Annie, that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Leah. Leah with Make All Things With Me is our host for this collaboration. She has the playlist. I'm not sure if she got it put on here because I could not figure out how to do it. When I copied and pasted the playlist in our group chat, it didn't come out right. So I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. But I hope this inspired you to maybe get any kind of utensils that you want to get and do something like this for your neighbors, your friends. Just a little something to give to someone that you needed to give a gift to, like a hostess. So let me show you real quick the other ones. This is the one that I did a while back. I painted them black. I spray painted them with the 2x paint, and then I stuck them in this rusty can and just hung it on the wall in my kitchen because my house is primitive style. I'm turning it into primitive style. So that was one idea, and I put the rusty stars that I get on Amazon on them. And the other idea, what did I do with them? Are the ones that I Mod Podge with dishwasher safe Mod Podge. You just take some fabric and Mod Podge the fabric on. I Mod Podge the handle on the inside and on the outside, and I let it cure before I gave any of them away, which I think takes 72 hours. It's listed on the bottle. And then you can decorate these just like I did that one with a tag, whatever you choose to decorate it with. And then here's the other one. It's just some fabric I had, thinking about what would kind of match anybody's decor. Not mine, because nobody's decor is like mine. So just a fun little thing to give someone. Now on the playlist, I believe we have at least one more creator coming on right after me, right at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. I do not know who it is, but it is listed in the playlist. These are great scissors. These are Tim Holtz scissors. You can do this one-handed. and they're great for paper cutting, and they're great that if you have arthritis in your hands because they have a spring on them, and so you don't have to push it out, just push it in. It automatically goes out, and they have 2 springs that comes with it, so you can decide which spring that you want to use. And they're only $8 on Amazon right now. I think they used to cost more. Another scissor that I like, I don't know what they call them, but these are Tim Holtz scissors also. And they're cool because they have rubbery handles. So when you're cutting, it doesn't wear on your hands. I love them. These were my first love, and I just got these. They were on sale one day, and I thought, oh, let me try them. I got them at Hobby Lobby. And I love them because they cut cardboard. They cut things you wouldn't think that they'll cut. So if you're crafting and you have something you need to cut, but you don't want to use your good scissors, they're great for that, and they will surprise you on what they will cut. So that's my just little sales pitch on my favorite scissors. These are honeybee scissors, I think they call them. These are nice too. You can get these at Hobby Lobby and probably Michael's too. I've been using this kind of scissors for 20 years, long time. So I am done a few minutes early, and I want to thank all of you for being here. And if you're watching on replay, I truly appreciate you being here and watching me on replay. This is my second live here on on YouTube. And I am in a new addition to our house. It's not a very big addition, but it's a nice addition. My front door is right here. My front door used to be over here. And so this was part of our porch. And so I talked my husband into closing it in, our little porch area, so that we'd have more seating space when everyone comes over to eat. My husband likes to cook breakfast on Sundays, and so we usually have the family over and sometimes friends, because he makes biscuits and gravy and tomato gravy. He'll make sausage gravy and tomato gravy and homemade biscuits. So this was a nice little addition. He just finished staining the walls. That's stain that we put on the wood. Now I'm wanting him to do one of the walls in the living room, so it kind of ties this in with the living room. We are standing right in front of our living room and kitchen. We don't have a formal dining room, so I don't know if I'll get that out of him, but hopefully so in the future. I think that would make it look nice. And I'm glad he decided to do this instead of stucco, something different. It's a nice little entrance to our house. I don't know if YouTube is like Facebook, where you can scroll to see comments. But thank you, ladies, for being here. All of you, I appreciate it. The next creator in the playlist will be on in about 6 minutes. So let's see, what else can I tell you? Some of you that are on now don't really know that much about me. I am born and raised in Florida. My husband is too. We were high school, actually junior high sweethearts. We've been married 47 or 48 years, since 79. So that'd be 47 years. And we have 3 daughters and 7 grandchildren. And we have 2 dogs that are Airedales that are a handful. We have a male and a female. but my husband loves them. I do too. One's a handful and one's as sweet as can be. They're the opposites. And we live in a barn. You may not know that I live in a barn. That's a story in itself. It wasn't planned, it just happened. My husband was starting to build this little house for my daughter, and then he decided he'd like to live here instead of her. So that's what we decided to do. We decided to move in instead of her, and we sold her our house. So that's how we got here. And now she lives in the house, but she's fixing to build a real big house on the other side. She lives on one side now, and she's fixing to build another house on the other side that's larger because she has a bigger family now and she needs more space. So that's exciting. And my other two daughters live on the next street. One has three children and the other one has two. So you already know my hobby. My hobby is Facebook and now YouTube. I love to garden. I love to thrift. I've had two major surgeries in the last 10 years, so I've not thrifted as much as I used to. But I'm going to be getting back into it more soon. I'm planning on having a yard sale this week. And as soon as I get my house the way I want it, I'm going to sell the things that I'm not going to use. And so that'll be nice too. So I have about 3 more minutes. Does anybody have any questions? I kind of gave you a quick overview of me and my family. I don't want to get off until it's time for the next creator, so you can just click the playlist and they'll be right there. You won't have to go search for them. And I also want to thank Leah so much for her knowledge and teaching us more about YouTube and for doing this collaboration with us newcomers. We truly appreciate it, Leah. Leah was just on and she did a great 4th of July craft. She actually did 2 things. So we have about 2 minutes. Let me think. We will be back on YouTube on Saturday night, I believe. I think we're going to do another one on Saturday night, if I remember right. I have it on my calendar. But I think that one's going to be pre-scheduled. So I've got to do a pre-scheduled video for that. So in about 2 minutes, I can't wait to see who's next. There's going to be another creator on, and it's the creator's choice. So we don't know what she will do or he will do. It may be a he. And we appreciate Leah and everyone that participated, and I appreciate you for being here and watching. And I hope I inspired you to start thinking about gifts for the holidays, because it'll be here before you know it. Yes, I do live in a barn. Yes, I do live in a barn. My husband built a pole barn, and then he built a house inside the pole barn. It's only about half, maybe not even half of the pole barn that the house is in. And so we have a huge front porch because we have the other half of the barn as our front porch. So it's nice, very nice. So it's my time to get off. Thank you for being here. And we're going to go on over and watch the next creator. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.